Hey there, I'm author Will Kostakis. I have set myself the unrealistic goal of selling 10,000 books. I have set myself the unrealistic goal of selling 5,000 books this year. If I sell 10, amazing. It's been 10 years since the release of my novel, The Sidekicks, and I thought today I would go back through the vault, aka YouTube, and watch my initial announcement trailer.
I released my first novel, Loathing Lola, when I was 19, but I really don't feel like my career started until I wrote the first third.
Look, I sound yelly like all the time, and you can tell I'm trying really hard to like whisper here and be like,
Usually it was a grandmother story, and whenever I would talk about her, the whole room would light up.
Hello, darling.
Look, those of you who have read We Could Be Something know that the past 5 years have been a journey. She is a very different person now to who she was when we filmed this, and yeah, I'm really grateful that I've captured that on video. And I'm still so grateful that we still get to laugh together. But it's like, I've definitely, if not lost a vital piece of my life, I'm in the process of losing one. And it's not something I usually talk about. But yeah, life is horrible.
It's about growing up in a small but potent Greek family, hinging on the premise, what if my larger-than-life grandmother gave me her bucket list to complete when I was in year 12?
Όταν ήσουν παιδί, έπαιρνες όλους τους στυλούς και ζωγράφιζες. Δεν έκανες περισσότερο τίποτα άλλο από αυτό. Μόνο τα μπούγκα και τα πένσολ είχες στα χέρια σου. Βασίλη, μην κάνεις γραμμές, μην κάνεις γραμμές, μην κάνεις εκείνο, μην κάνεις τ' άλλο. Ο Βασίλης εκεί με το στυλό και όλα αυτά.
Look, everything I have is because of my mum and my grandmother, and look, I wouldn't have the pen in my hand if they didn't give it to me. Like, I'm very aware that my grandmother, growing up in a small village, a dirt road with a house on it, and not being educated and struggling with that her entire life, there is a straight line from that to my mum to me, and instilling the importance of education in reading and in writing in all of its forms. And even though The Sidekicks isn't a grandmother book, there's a reason why I start the video like this, because every book is a grandmother book.
I knew that I really wanted to write about male friendship in my next book. That's when the idea for The Sidekicks came to me. I had this premise where there were 4 guys, but they weren't 4 best friends. There were 3 guys with the same best friend. You know, and those 3 guys were radically different. You have the sportsman, the rebel, and the nerd. And I thought, right, what would happen if their mutual best friend passed away? How would they react? How would they grieve differently? And how would it change the way that they related to each other?
Okay, so this is filmed in the attic of my then boyfriend's house, and this little F-slur has no idea what's coming. Like, I have written The Sidekicks, and I am not out yet, but in writing the first arc of The Sidekicks, because you know the book is written in thirds, the first arc is a swimmer who is struggling with that need to perform in the pool, but also he's afraid of people seeing him differently when he comes out as gay. And I was worried that if I came out, I would be perceived differently as an author. And those of you who know the law know, as much as writing that book made me more comfortable in myself, right? And it gave me the strength to come out to my friends and family and then my peers, I was still deathly afraid of the consequences of coming out professionally. And then when I did come out professionally, it was horrible, but writing this book made it worth it. This guy doesn't know that. He doesn't know he's about to come out. Like, I understand that lots of authors, they butt up against the fact that, oh, just because I've written it doesn't mean I owe disclosures, which I get, and you know, you do you, babe. But I can't write a book where it's about 3 boys grieving and one of the main parts of it is learn to be authentic and be true to yourself. I cannot preach that message and then be like, I have a wife. That was an ugly wink. But yeah, this guy, he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to come out. It's going to be rough, but he's going to marry the guy holding the camera.